Ready! Hut hut. Dallen, Bentley, my guy. So you hate this kind of stuff?
Hey,
You're doing it just for me. I appreciate it. This is definitely my least favorite thing to do as well. But the viewers, our 82 viewers that will see this, and the kids of Knoxville, Tennessee, appreciate it.
you're welcome.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Obviously, getting ready for the NFL draft. You've been here for the combine stuff, which has been awesome. But tell everybody just a little bit about yourself. I love the Snow College. We're short for time, so we're going to get in and get out, babe. This is going to be low impact. You just went to the combine and had to shake hands, kiss babies, and do all that stuff. So I don't want this to be pressure filled at all. So just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, how you grew up. Obviously, Mormon mission is cool, just for people to hear just how that happened after high school, and then that way our kids can all see that, hey, you don't have to be Power 5 to be projected to get drafted. You have to believe in yourself and keep grinding. So that's what I want this to be about, is motivation to all our kids, not only here in town, but anywhere else that might watch this, of like high school, you didn't have 500 offers. Then you go on a Mormon mission. Now you're 2 years out of high school. Anybody in the world would say there's no chance. But you just had this feeling and gut instinct of like, I'm going to go after this. So talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. Long story. We'll try to keep it a little bit brief. But grew up in a really big family. So I'm the fourth of 10. There's 5 boys, 5 girls in my family. So a lot of competition in that area. Grew up around a lot of cousins. So I grew up playing a lot of sports. But let's just say I was a late growth spurt kind of kid. So I was always very coordinated. So I was very good with ball handling skills. I had very good hands. I could catch well. I like playing things like spike ball. But late growth spurt kind of kid. So high school, got a total of 6 snaps playing football. By the time my senior year came around, grew a little bit. Good enough to earn a starting spot. But the very first play, we were down St. George. Very first play, catch pass, got tackled weird, and I snapped my leg in half. So tib fib fracture. Obviously out for the rest of that season. Any hopes and dreams I had to go play college kind of died. So no offers. Decided to go serve a mission. Did that for 2 years. Dedicated my life to God, which is really great. Learned a lot of things. Grew a lot as a person. And then when I got back, my cousin who I grew up playing ball with said, hey, let's go give it a shot. I said, why not? And so we walked on at JUCO, Snow College. It's in Utah. And ended up working out pretty well. Didn't have a position coach, so kind of had to learn things as, by myself. Kind of still the O-line coach, got with the receiver coach for a little bit. But, man, I mean, just got there, tried to put on weight, worked as hard as I could, just took every opportunity I could to be better. And I met my wife there, she's awesome. She's loved my life, and she does the world for me. She's awesome. And she decided to stick with me even though I was playing at JUCO. She didn't quite think I could make it all the way, but she was there for me. And but yeah, I spent a year and a half at JUCO, 1 season, spring to spring, and then got some offers out of there, and was very blessed with those opportunities. And Utah was the best option for me, so that's where I went to play the rest of my college career.
Let's unpack it all. For all our kids out there, let's start with 0 offers.
0 offers.
7, less than 50 snaps as a high school football player.
Yep.
To a walk-on at Snow College. I tell people that all the time, too, about Alicia. Like, I was arrested, kicked out of Tennessee, least likely to succeed. Shout out to all the people in Knoxville, Tennessee who want to come up and give me a hug now that used to talk about how I was going to fail. So Alicia Smith, though, always had this delusional thought that I was going to take care of her. I don't know why. I think maybe she just loved my ass too much. But there's something special, man, when you're with a woman that was there when you were at Snow College.
Yep.
You're with a woman, myself, that was there when I was at rock bottom. Everybody was, had written me off. And there was just something inside of her that wanted to do life with me anyways. And when you have that by your side, man, like I tell these guys all the time, yeah, go ahead and meet your wife your 3rd year in the league. Good luck ever knowing that if she ever really loves your ass. It's just real. It sucks. Dawson Knox, perfect example, just married his beautiful wife, Alex. She's from Buffalo. They just had their first kid. That's rare, man. It's rare to find true love and somebody just that you can grow old with after you're already rich and famous or whatever you want to say. So it's cool that you and Lindsay have been together since the Snow College days. So, anyways, back to the point. To all our kids, 0 offers, less than 50 snaps as a high school player. Snow College didn't even have a tight end coach.
Nope.
To Utah, you came in here last summer. Obviously, you're a freakazoid, so Rich comes to me and he's like, Lee, this guy's an animal. And I'm like, well, why does no one know who he is? So even first year at Utah, no one in the world knew who you were. Mm-hmm. And then boom. So just that internal conviction of like, man, I'm just going to keep going until God truly pulls the ripcord. And I think that's what people need to realize in life is it doesn't mean that a public service announcement. Does that mean PSA, Timo? PSA, public service announcement. Is that what it stands for? Great job. Shout out to Timo. Give me that awesome sound, Timo. I don't need to hear it, Timo, as long as the viewers hear it.
It's kind of awkward.
Yes. Timo, you got to start figuring out where that button is faster.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll lay with that one.
Thank you, Timo. PSA, it does not mean that everyone is going to go play pro football just because you want to. But it means that when you are gritty and determined and keep fighting, at least when it doesn't happen, you know that that was God's true plan, and then you will win in some other arena in life, period. If you were wired a certain way and you trust in God, you love your wife, you do things the right way, and you just outwork everybody. I love it. So now, how surreal is it to be at the NFL Combine, come off a mission? For all the viewers out there, that means Dallen is Mormon. Us Christian folk don't go on mission for 2 years. Us Catholic folk don't either, hunt Timo. No. All right. So Mormon mission, 2 years, literally dedicate 2 years of your life to just serve the Lord. Talk about that a little bit. What does that even mean? Do you go door to door like the Jehovah's Witnesses that knock on my door? Do you find a local church and just pour in there? Does it vary? Like, what did that look like for you?
Definitely varies between what country region you're in. I was just in our local neighbor, Denver, Colorado, so not too far. But we do a whole bunch of mix of things. You know, we serve people. We'll go door to door. We'll talk to people outside. We'll go visit the community, try to serve in any way. But pretty much just try to spread the Lord's word, spread good works. Pretty much 7 days a week, 2 years, 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it's a grind.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So then you come back, you walk onto Snow College. I'm sure you blink. You're 2 years into your marriage, and all of a sudden you're at the NFL Combine. How surreal has that been?
It's crazy. It's so crazy. You know, just looking back to where I started, and I never would have guessed this is where I was going to end up. You know, God has His own plans, and from injury to, you know, just showing up to Snow College from high school, from being a little kid, like it's just God has His own way of doing things, and in the moment you'll never see it. But when you are where you're at now and looking back, then you kind of see God's hand and the way He was involved in all those little aspects of your life that you don't really notice in the moment. And you might be in a situation where like, geez, like this is hard. Like, how am I supposed to move forward? How do I keep playing football? Like, why can't I just be good and excel in this thing I'm working so hard at? And I mean, God, it's in God's hands. You know, so do the best that you can, and to play football, you need to have a drive. You need to have a drive to come at it, attack every single day. You have to be very intensious about what you're doing, and you got to love it, and you got to be coachable. But in the end, you know, God's the one he's in charge, and so if you can just trust that, it'll all end up how it's supposed to.
I love it. I just had this weird thought that the windshield is just purely faith. The rearview mirror is like, I see you, God. That's pretty. I'm gonna
cool.
put that on a T-shirt. Too.
All right then.
You like that? I mean,
Yeah, that was nice.
That was
nice. Yeah.
But it was funny. I was walking around my table in my kitchen one morning, and we got some awesome stuff going on around here, but also some unknowns with growth and making sure that like me wanting Triple F all across the country isn't a Lee wish. It's what God wants. Mm-hmm. And I see so many kids getting impacted. LaRusso is babysitting. Good Lord, have mercy. Baptizing. LaRusso is baptizing our members, literally himself. Not just leading them to Christ, but they're asking him to literally baptize them. And I'm like, all right, God, I feel like that Knoxville isn't the only place that this should impact, but I want to just have this ultimate conviction that like the next one and then the next 10 or whatever is your plan of what you want. And I was just walking around my kitchen table and I was just praying to God for peace. And I'll never forget, he was like, "You're a dummy." That's what I felt. God tell me. Which might not have been him, but that's what I felt. And he's like, "You're asking me to take care of all these things and give you clarity so you can have peace. In all reality, you need to have peace that I got you. Stop worrying about all these answers. Like these answers will come as long as you learn how to just submit to me and have peace without the understanding, because once I answer those questions, there's going to be 10 more new ones that you're asking for peace about. That's not how it works." And it was just this cool 38-year-old Lee in his kitchen of like, "All right, you are a dummy." Like, because I'm chaotic, I'm a growth mindset. I want to go, and build, but I want to make sure that it's God's plan. And no matter where I'm at in life, as long as I continue to be driven and trying to truly serve the Lord, there's always going to be unknowns. And I think that's a big thing with athletics is like we just, am I going to make it? How much money am I going to make? How many years am I going to play? Am I going to get drafted? Am I going to become a starter? Am I going to get a scholarship offer? Da, 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 da. And every step of the way until finally the ball stops bouncing, there's unknowns. And then guess what? The real world, there's more unknowns. And it's just cool to hear you say that like you just kept going and trusting in God. Maybe there's something to this mission thing. Maybe we should all do that. Shout out to Christians.
I mean, serving people, giving to your community, to your fellow man, it'll only help you. It'll only make yourself grow more. So it's always a good thing to do. You don't have to serve a 2-year mission to do that.
Fair enough. All of us Orthodox Christians, we don't have to do a 2-year mission, but it doesn't sound like a bad idea either. Come down to Triple F, work for free for 2 years. I love free labor. You can pour into our kids here.
Please,
all the
come.
Christians in Knoxville, if you want to come work at Triple F for free to serve the mission of God.
Might even feed you a free meal every once in a while.
Yeah, one a day. One a day free
One a
meal.
day.
You like that, Timo?
So dude, that's how I started.
That is how you started, Timo. That is how you started. Now you're still here.
Yep.
Still not getting paid.
All right, so what are you the most excited about for this next chapter?
Man, I mean, just to continue playing football. I feel like, and not only to do that in the college level, but at the next level, it's just so surreal. Just growing up as a little kid, in a way, like everything you dreamed about is coming true. And I mean, football is just such a great sport. It has already taught me so much about who I am as a man, and just be able to continue playing that sport at a high level is just going to be super surreal for me. And be able to have my family, that I'm creating along the way with me, it's just awesome.
Gave me chills. It's the best job in the world. It's hard, man. It's hard and it's unforgiving and it's production based, right? Like, what can you do for me? Not what you do for me 2 years ago. What are you doing for me right now? It's just the nature of the beast. It is what it is. Everybody is getting paid to produce and win games. And if you're not producing, then you don't stay employed. And that's uncomfortable and there's a lot of pressure with it, but it's the best job in the world. You get to play a game. There's nothing like when you combine Jesus, the Lord, and athletics, it's manhood building. It just truly is. And it's why I love this place. It's why I love Triple F. Because Jesus and athletics, just to me, is what it is. It's just such a cool way for men, especially, and women too, to become the best version of themselves and learn how to truly serve others. So, you ready for the uncomfortable question? You said, I heard it here, creating a family. We won't get weird, but 2 years of marriage, you and Miss Lindsay, NFL career starting. Miss Lindsay, I apologize for asking these questions. Are we starting to think about creating a family?
We are starting to think about it.
Talk about it?
Yeah, we're starting to talk about it. So, more coming soon.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll see.
Are y'all having 10?
No, she lied to me. She told me she wanted 9, and then now she cut back to 6 out of nowhere. So my heart's broken.
6? Lord have mercy. Well,
my mom had 10, and so I want a big family, but not 10. 10's too big.
how old was your mom when she had her last baby, if your mom doesn't mind me asking?
Yeah, no. First child at 19, and then her last child, 39, 40.
Oh, so she cranked them out. All y'all are close.
It was every 2 years, boom.
Boom. God is good.
One at a time. Yeah.
God is good.
God is
Yeah,
good.
so they walked into the same room and got pregnant, it sounds like. Yeah. All right, well, good for your parents. And
They're awesome.
once again, God is good. I've had certain people throughout my life, teammates and friends that, like, they've been trying for years and just haven't got pregnant. And it's just heartbreaking. It's hard on marriages. It's hard on the woman, especially. It seems, not that it's not hard on the man, but God created women to nurture and love and be mamas. That's where I see women just thrive the most. That doesn't mean a woman can't have a job and work and all that, but like when women are in mama mode, man, they're just in their natural habitat. And when women struggle to get pregnant, it's heartbreaking. I've seen a lot of my friends and their wives struggle with that. So good for your parents. They can just look at each other and get pregnant, it sounds like. So good for them. 10 strong. I love it. Well, I will continue to pray for you and Lindsay and your future. And I love you, buddy. You have been an unbelievable addition to the Triple F family. Let's talk real quick, little, shout out. Triple F, talk to me about it, your favorite things about this place, and how you think you grew. And then, of course, we'll use this for social media, and this is where you try to make me money, so I appreciate it. I'll give you a free hat.
Yes.
Talk to me about just this experience and being here and why you're glad you came here, why you think I suck, and how I need to get better, or just talk about Triple F a little bit, and then we'll get out of here.
I mean, I have no bad things to say. It exceeded expectations. Triple F, faith family football, faith family fitness.
It started as football, but we had to change it because we're going to try to grow here. Yeah, just in case some of these baseball or basketball guys want one of these things. Yeah.
I mean, I just really appreciate it. I mean, it's not just a motto, it's not just a name, but you really try to live each of those titles. And when I come here, we have Bible study every week, and we really care about the family. Like my wife has been invited. She's felt love from Jenny, from you, from the players. Like they really try to live what their motto is, and I can really appreciate that. And I mean, that's probably the most important thing you guys could do here is those three things. And so I'm just really grateful I got to be a part of that, and I absolutely loved it here. I grew as a person, I grew as an athlete, and built some great relationships here. And if you're thinking about coming, man, do it.
I love it. Thank you, Dallen Bentley. Another chill bump moment for me. I love, because I have a desire to be the best, and I can't sleep at night if I think anybody's doing anything better than us. But every time I have that conversation, every person says the same thing: the culture, the Lord, and the experience they have here, regardless of how much higher they jump, how fast they run. And that's what we're trying to build, is serving the Lord and making this a place that everyone comes and grows to be a better version of themselves, off the field, off the court, off the track, off everything. So I appreciate you saying that, man, and that's what we're going to keep trying to do. You have my word. Maybe one of these days, Triple F Utah.
Coming soon.
You never know. You never know. Maybe you want it to be called Dallen Bentley Gym. That's okay.
That's ugly.
All right, buddy. I love you, man. I'm excited to watch your career. Let's all, to the folks out there, Timo will release this in the next couple weeks before the draft, so folks can be praying for Dallen to get drafted to the place that serves him and his family and his future in the best way. And just go be you. It's worked this far, so just keep being you and go do things the way you always have. Shout out to Miss Lindsay. It's creating time. It's creating time.
Yes,
we'll meet in the middle, 6 to 9. We'll meet in the middle at 7 or 8. 7 or 8. All right. Yeah, Lindsay,
minimum,
you good?
Actually.
Oh, come on, bro. All right. Shout out, Dallen Bentley. Give me a hut.
Hut.
All right, Timo. Boom. I'm going to Texas.